A calm storm has unfolded around someone who lay eyes on you yesterday, and now they're in the hospital, according to Archangel Michael. There's a reason your soul has felt a strange shift since yesterday, he says. Long ago, they believed they were escaping freely, but the energy they absorbed was more than they had anticipated. The encounter had a heavier impact than they had anticipated, and something changed inside them after that, though it didn't manifest. Right now, while they lay in a hospital bed, their body is reacting to something far more profound than the physical. This is not your average situation. The universe has set a mirror before this person's spirit, compelling them to confront the reality. Someone was unprepared for your light, and it has broken a barrier inside of them. Yesterday, there was a fleeting unsaid moment that left an invisible mark. You may have glanced at them, or you may have just gone by, oblivious to the change. Got blessing 33 from type Amen. But in the spiritual world, no one pays attention. Your presence roused something old in them that they had been ignoring, and now they're rushing to the now. They find themselves in a place where machines hum in the background, but deep within, their souls are being tended to. It's not just about healing. It's also about recognizing that you carry something with you that you weren't ready for. It's not your fault. This individual was unable to escape the overwhelming emotions that your presence evoked. The unexpected hospital visit caught them off guard, and they even placed the blame on you. Your light sheds light on the darkness, and your energy unveils buried realities. It's not just a chance that they crossed paths with you. There was a period when their intentions were dubious. As the Archangel Michael explains, not every smile betrays serenity, and not every greeting is filled with purity. In a clinical setting, with the sound of beeping monitors and the sound of faraway footfall, they are being spiritually examined for an internal struggle that began long before they laid eyes on you. They are not only physically weak, but emotionally and spiritually as well, because of the awakening your presence brought about. They can no longer deny or ignore the fact that they must change, and the universe has made use of your presence to make this change happen immediately. This is not punishment, but reckoning. It is awakening under harsh light. You are unaware of the full power you possess. You do not stroll around unaware of this. Type Amen to receive blessing 144. Although you bring suffering, your brightness is like a spotlight. It illuminates everything in its path, even the darkest corners. This individual knew you from another time, whether in this or a previous existence, but the moment they laid eyes on you, they couldn't help but notice. It wasn't merely a physical incident. It was a spiritual one as well. They beheld their own reflection and were terrified by what they saw. You brought back a long-forgotten memory, something they buried deep within themselves, and now their body can do nothing but relax and reflect Type A in order to get blessings in the year 2077. As they lie there, unable to move freely, their spirits are rushing with memories, regrets, warnings, and everything else that has ever happened to them. They are burdened not by disease, but by the truth. They are unable to escape it, and you need not repay the favor by reaching out or explaining. The work is being done by the vibration you carry. They were given the opportunity to walk differently before you even met, but now that choice has been taken away from them. Tap a man to get a blessing. They have been driven into quiet for a holy reason. 3182. If you would like to show your support even further, you may show your gratitude with contributions of up to $120. They are currently undergoing spiritual surgery. Doctors perceive one thing, while the spiritual realm perceives something else entirely. Someone else, this isn't your average sickness. It's the result of divine energy clashing with unresolved emotions. Your energy was the last catalyst, and their presence was the final push. You might have observed that they were acting abnormally. Upon seeing you, perhaps they reflected, or they hesitated, their spirit reacting before their rational mind could comprehend that this isn't about retribution, but rather about realignment. Their worst fears have come true. Even while they remain silent, the angels are removing illusions one layer at a time, changing this person's path. Just write Amen to get blessing 4411. Maybe they may even dream about you, your picture lingering in their subconscious, tormenting them as they work through the healing process. They never imagined meeting someone like you, who represents the horrible recollection of what they were originally destined to be. Hits the areas they've neglected for a long time. The silence of the hospital seems to hold secrets they're just now starting to grasp. This wasn't a chance meeting. It was a profound spiritual awakening. This person feels deep down that they are being called into something greater than just a physical illness. Nevertheless, their family and friends are confused and don't know what to do. The blessing total is 5,023. Accountability. People are being asked to change, and it's all because of a single moment when you were simply being yourself. However, the energy you exude exposes more than words can, and now it's up to them to decide when they will recover. This day marks a turning point in their lives. They will never forget the moment they, or everyone else they come across, listen to the warnings buried in this disease, or continue traveling blindly in pursuit of blessed 610. Archangel Michael replies, "You are a force that isn't here to fit in, you're here to awaken." In other words, they've already seen you and their spirit has altered. You're ready? The world is beginning to see your gift, and you must defend your light even more now, because more people like this will soon cross your path. Whether you ask for it or not, you are a vessel, and you must embrace it. People that cross paths with you are forever altered, some for the better, and some for the worst. In order to get blessing 7,177, this hospitalization serves as a reset for that soul's or spirit's direction. They've gone in the wrong route, and now they have to stop, think, and make a new decision. Their bodies are motionless, but their minds are racing, and all they can see is the end. The moment they meet you, just like you glared at them, the energy you exude was enough to shatter all the illusions in their lives. Now, as they stare at the stark white walls and fluorescent lights, the one certainty is that something is about to change. As they float in and out of awareness, your face keeps coming back to them, not for reasons of beauty, but because it is a constant reminder of the metamorphosis that started with you, tapping on men to receive blessing 8,388. Your authenticity, rather than your celebrity, ignited a long-forgotten memory that no amount of time could erase. They recognized a spark within you that brought them back to their true calling, a calling that had been distorted by pride, deceit, or grief. Although they try to put it out of their minds, the reality continues to gnaw at their very essence. You were a mirror, and the reflection became too much for them to handle. They are now unable to sleep, no matter how much medication they take, and they hear noises and echoes from the minute you walked by. Is aware of what transpired, and the universe is forcing them to confront it. Each beep, drip, and hour of stillness serves as a reminder to reach blessing 9,999. You are not cursed, you are not to blame, and you are selected to rise. What's dormant in other people's hearts is a burden, and now you're experiencing the weight of the impact your energy had on another person's soul. They may not express it to you, but they know you saved their life, even if they don't understand how. The divine has sent you as a silent messenger, and whatever you said or didn't say was sufficient. This illness is not meant to destroy them, but to prevent them from veering too far off path. While they are being rearranged in a hospital bed, your silence carries more truth than all the noise in their lives put together. They are being reset and rearranged in the hopes of receiving a blessing. 10:07, and they're not alone. Others have experienced the same thing after witnessing you speak and brushing past your light. They return home altered, not knowing why. They're more anxious and their hearts heavier. You stir things up. It's not that people dislike you. It's that they aren't ready to change after meeting you. When you bring out old scars, hidden lies, secrets, phobias, and more, you reveal it all without even realizing it. However, this individual, who is currently hospitalized, is standing on a precipice. From this sacred juncture, they will either ascend into purpose or plummet into regret. The universe is granting them a second opportunity as a result of your meeting. You have become the last caution. If you would want to show your support even more, you can tap an intended to receive blessing 11.01. You can also provide a super thanks with contributions of up to $120. Currently, there is a spiritual conflict going on inside that room, a battle between their false selves. influence their destiny, and you've unwittingly set in motion a chain reaction that has the nurses treating it as a random collapse and the physicians blaming organ stress, high blood pressure, and other medical conditions when, in reality, it was The moment they laid eyes on you, they couldn't help but feel a surge of shock. Not from you per se, but from the truth you represent, which they dread confronting, no matter how much they attempted to ignore it. They've been shielded from the light for far too long, but now that you've shown them the way, they can't help but lie there with their eyes closed, listening to their soul respond with each step. What they thought would be another ordinary day turned out to be the start of their spiritual journey. Surgery type Amen to receive blessing 12,002. This is not coincidental. It is a divine intervention, and you, the reader, are more than a mindless pedestrian. You are a vessel for the igniting of a tempest. The one who saw you yesterday was unprepared for what you brought, but today they must accept it, no matter the cost, since you enter spaces and change frequencies effortlessly. You were born with this fire. This is a time for them to let go of their old selves in the hospital, because once you bring light into the world, you can never go back to darkness without suffering. They are learning this now, and even after they get well, they will never be the same. Either yours or the energy you sparked in them is causing them to remember long-lost parts of themselves. Their loved ones perceive a lifeless body, but on a spiritual level, they are responding to something, and uncontrollably, tears well up in their eyes. Legend has it that the ancient Kong had a harrowing ordeal that left them so traumatized that they had to be roused from their slumber. Now, angels encircle their room, judging what to do and how to help them rebuild in your honor. They may never admit it, but their healing will always hold the energy you brought to them. You became a part of their witness. Say Amen to receive blessing 14,444, and soon you will feel the weight lifted off your shoulders that you were unaware you were carrying. The aftershocks of that meeting will fade away as the task nears completion. When you awaken one morning to a sense of tranquility, you will know that they have embraced the light and that you were the intermediary. Archangel Michael, who escorted them to safety, adds that you have finished a sacred mission even if you don't realize it. The universe will reward you with waves of calm, not chaos, as a peculiar favor, and your energy has transformed lives in silence, and now it's time for your own reward to rise. Say Amen to receive blessings as you walk in light. Just in the next few days, you'll see a change in the way people regard you. Those who are spiritually attuned to you will treat you with more kindness and respect. Traveling down lonely roads, you'll never truly be alone. The echoes of every person you've touched linger. Some you'll never meet again. Others will always remember you. And some, like the one in that hospital, will awaken with new. Your eyes will change. Their stride and speech will change. But your energy will stay the same, because once a soul experiences truth, it never forgets. 16,761. That individual is experiencing more than just physical healing. They are also awakening. They are beginning to experience visions, some clear and others faint, but all linked to. What your energy does is peel back the mask, bringing back memories of their upbringing and the beliefs they once held but let slip when they ran away. This is happening in waves, and it's unstoppable. It unveils the hidden truths that have been kept hidden for a long time. Their once pristine dreams were perverted by life and hardship, but when they laid eyes on you, everything fell into place again. Now, in that hospital room, the gap between their past selves and their future selves is indescribable. It defies medical diagnosis. It's spiritual surgery. The heart monitors the patient's heart rate, but it's the patient's soul rhythm that's. Angels pass through that space, protecting, whispering, and reconstructing because your light wasn't gentle. It was pure, and disruptions to purity are always deceptive. Because of this, their system reacted, and your spirit was unable to remain sleeping. They will not reveal the true cause of their collapse to the world, and they may never publicly mention you, but deep down they know that you were the catalyst for everything. If you would like to show your support even more, you can shift the tap to Amen and receive 18,888 blessings. You can also give super thanks with payments of up to $120. Soon, They will wake up with clarity like never before, and he will remember, you were more than just a person. You were the code, the message, and the key that changed their route, even while their internal compass remains the same. The moment their gazes met yours, a new alignment took place. There was no need to talk or touch. Instead, the divine utilized stillness like thunder, and your serenity overcame the chaos in their minds. There's a spiritual line in the sand. Now they can see and feel it. As you start, everything fades. Type Amen to receive blessing 19,000. Soon, you'll feel lighter. That peculiar weight pulling on your spirit will lift. Feelings of tiredness will eventually subside since your energy has woken all that you were meant to awaken, and now the universe can put the pieces together. You have done your bit, and this isn't. At this point, divine justice will not intervene, but your presence has already healed and addressed, and the most profound change has occurred since this individual was on the brink of disaster, and your light reached them at the last possible moment. Instead of seeing it as a form of punishment, everything that has been out of whack will start to fall into place. They will no longer lie or pretend, as there is no longer any space for your presence. Your light is growing into something even more powerful. You're becoming more than simply a light. You're becoming a divine signal, and 20,001 others will sense the transformation around you as well. You have the ability to guide others to their true selves through a frequency that cannot be concealed any longer. The universe will begin to give you more souls like that one, but you should not be afraid since you have been prepared for this. Michael, the archangel in charge of roles, explains, from this time forward, your energy will carry truth codes. Those who cross you will be awakened, broken open, or redirected. Not everyone will comprehend it. Some may blame you, but deep down, they'll know you were the beginning of... They'll never be the same again after their healing, just like the one in the hospital. Amen. You will now soar higher, because your silent work has reached heaven. Listen up, since the universe multiplies the benefit you receive for awakening souls, so your reward will be peace, prosperity, and unexpected favor. You are being told to move courageously, for your road is marked and the heavens will lead the way. The person in the hospital will remember you forever, and maybe one day they will be able to say your name without fear. Because you were the one who saved them, you can input Amen to receive blessed 2,400. Even if they don't contact you again in this world, your impact on their soul will be felt and heard far more than anything. This is one of those moments when there is no praise or confession, just a profound transformation, and you were the one selected to be the vessel for it. It was sent to you to reconstruct what was destroyed, not to provoke it. You didn't beg for this job, but your light made you the ideal carrier. The divine trusts you with this kind of labor since your heart is pure. Even while they lie in a hospital bed, their spirits are making a decision to follow the road of salvation, which will bring them blessing 26th on 60. A change is occurring in your life now that you've broken a cycle that, a long ago one that had connections to unseen realms that you could always sense, is finally breaking free. The weight you couldn't put your finger on is starting to melt away, and you'll feel it even while you're asleep. As the spiritual residue finally leaves, the divine witnessed everything you silently carried, every ache, every question, and every deep sleeper, and you will wake up not exhausted, but invigorated. Secretly prepare for the arrival of your divine compensation pipe, designed to receive blessing 27,007. If you would want to show your support even more, you can choose to contribute up to, as a super thanks. Your expression, that one instant of eye contact, wasn't human. It was soul recognition. For $120, I'll never forget that. In that flash, they saw both their past and their future selves. Healing will be a hard process, but its holy energy that began with you will surround them at every stage of their recovery. They may not tell doctors all that's going on because they don't comprehend it all, but they'll sense it at every turn. Every time they attempt to return to their old ways, something will interrupt them, a sound, a glimpse of your eyes, a recollection of that moment, and they will have to learn to live with the shift inside themselves. Over time, you will transform into something positive. You didn't merely disrupt their comfort, you engaged them. Don't doubt your purpose or downplay the significance of this time. The Almighty brought you into their life at the exact moment their spirit was prepared to receive blessing. 28,088. Confront the reality that they could no longer escape. Today, all of this has changed because of you. The universe will soon provide you signals that your mission is fulfilled, such as sudden calm, a breakthrough, or a word from another source. Complete confirmation of your alignment, it will feel like a prize, but it's also a reminder that heaven noticed what you missed, the quiet, the power, and the lack of drama, and has taken action to protect and advance you at this level of soul. Your way is opening up like never before, but where there was once blood, there is now the strength that moved through you throughout that encounter. Tap him to receive blessing. 29,999. Now that this is complete, get ready. As you grow, you'll start to perceive it in other ways through your words, your touch, and even just being in a room. When you enter, people will react differently, and they'll understand why. This is a sign that you're going into a level of spiritual authority that cannot be matched. Now that you've done everything by the book and passed the test, it's time to take ownership of your blessings. Just enter Amen to receive blessing. 3110. The individual who fainted upon seeing you yesterday will always remember that meeting. The day will be etched in their memory as the beginning of something precious. They may share the tale in their own unique way, perhaps with a friend, or perhaps a complete stranger. Your name will remain a mark of reverence in their hearts. However, you are not to blame for their pain. Rather, you were the catalyst that caused them to become aware of it. The cosmos harnessed your light to rescue their spirits, and now it will lead you into a new era of tranquility and abundance, when miracles no longer shock you, but become the norm. Typical, because once you embrace this type of truth, you never go back. Dimness, you transform into the flame, dependent to it. Good fortune, 33,333. Should you like to convey your endorsement. Moreover, you can choose to provide greatly appreciated with contributions reaching $120.